What is up, guys? I'm your friendly neighborhood web war fanatic, and we are here with a buyer's guide for Marvel Champions, and I'll be recommending the top 5 hero packs, in my opinion, to pick up for this game for new players. And this is in light of the new information that we have just received from Fantasy Flight Games, and basically that is that they will be splitting up the game into two environments called the Legacy environment and the Current environment. And basically what that means is that the oldest hero packs like Captain America and Doctor Strange, which are also really popular heroes and hero packs, will be out of print, so they would be a lot more difficult to get. And I have another buyer's guide on this channel where I recommend that you guys get both Captain America and Doctor Strange, because not only are they great heroes, but they also have really good aspect cards in general to help you build a deck for any hero. Unfortunately, both Captain America and Doctor Strange are now incredibly difficult to get, and they're like selling on eBay for like scalper prices of like 100 $200, something like that. So a lot of people commented on that buyer's guide and on my recent videos that they cannot get Captain America, they cannot get Doctor Strange because it's just too difficult, it's too expensive. I really feel for you guys that really love Marvel Champions, just got into the game, and you guys don't have access to those older hero packs. And I feel so bad because I recommended these hero packs and now they are very difficult to get. So I'm making a new buyer's guide here. This will be taken into factor of the current environment, even though this hasn't started yet. But these would be the hero packs that came out in the last 2 years. So they're still very heavily in circulation and very easy to buy. This is because I've even heard that the Rise of Red Skull, Sinister Motives, like War Machine, these have gotten out of print as well. And Sinister Motives has just come out, I think, like 3 years ago. So that's a pretty recent box relative to the game's lifespan. And a lot of you guys have told me that you guys were not able to buy Sinister Motives for like a decent price. So I'm going to do everything after Sinister Motives. This would be the last 2 years of content in Marvel Champions, all the top 5 packs here. And basically for this list here, I do want to specifically find hero packs that I think have the strongest aspect cards, that not for a specific like trait type of hero. So basically, like, let's say you're able to get your hands on like a Captain America hero pack. These 5 hero packs here will complement, any hero that you have, including a Captain America, right? Let's say your favorite hero is Spider-Man, like me, and you have the core set with Spider-Man, and you really want strong aspect cards to play with Spider-Man. Well, these 5 hero packs here will be really good, in my opinion, with Spider-Man and with any hero, just universal cards, right? So the first hero pack that I recommend for new players to buy is definitely going to be the Wolverine hero pack. And this was actually the hero pack that I recommend in my old buyer's guide for aggression. And I do think that Wolverine has one of the best aggression pre-con decks out there, specifically because of these two allies right here in Psylocke and Sunfire. So Psylocke is a 4-cost aggression ally, so if you're playing aggression, you can include her in your deck, and basically whenever she attacks an enemy, you can remove a psionic counter from her, confuse that enemy, and deal damage to it. So that's really powerful because it gives aggression red a way to confuse enemies and allow you to flip down to get some recovery off and just get a little bit more breathing room. A very universal type of card that works with any deck and any hero. Another really powerful ally is Sunfire, and if you guys follow my tier list and all that stuff, you guys know that I think that Sunfire is the best aggression ally in the entire game of Marvel Champions. He has a response where after you play him from your hand, you can spend an energy resource and you can choose an attachment that text hero action or hero response and immediately get rid of it. It's a super duper high value because villains have very nasty attachments. If you guys have played like Claw or Ultron from the core set, they have these attachments that go on them. It gives them like +1 scheme, +1 attack, or like other nasty effects. The only way to get rid of them is usually to like spend a bunch of resources, like one of each resource type, and exhaust your hero or something like nasty like that. If you play Sunfire, not only do you get this ally in play that can attack, thwart, and then block for you, but he can also get rid of those nasty attachments for you as well. This card is really good against the most difficult scenarios in the game in Ronan the Accuser with his universal weapon, which gives Ronan Stalwart and Venom Goblin's advanced ladder as well. So this ally here really scales and gives you massive value to get rid of those nasty villain attachments. So you're getting 2 really powerful aggression allies in this Wolverine hero pack. So let's just say, for example, you only have the core set. You can include, if you build an aggression deck in the core set, you have like Nick Fury, which is a basic card. You have like your aggression ally, like Tigra, and you can put Psylocke and Sunfire in that core set aggression deck with like Spider-Man or like Iron Man or like whatever hero that you're trying to build with, and it will work out really well because these 2 allies will definitely buff up that deck a lot. So I definitely recommend Wolverine as one of the best aggression hero packs for new players to buy. And the Wolverine hero, I mean, he's an amazing hero as well. All right, so the next hero pack is going to be for Justice here, and I recommend Psylocke here as one of the best Justice hero packs in the last 2 years for you to buy, because she introduces a new archetype here called Float Like a Butterfly. So this is a 2-cost upgrade that we have right here, and it's max 1 per player. So you just place upgrade, and it's in play under your control. As interrupt, whenever a character you control attacks a confused enemy, increase the amount of damage that attack deals to that enemy by 1. So that is really cool, because if you can confuse a villain, every single time you do damage to it, you do increased damage to the villain. Very powerful card. And then Psylocke also comes with a bunch of confused cards in Justice in her pre-con deck as well. So you have like Cypher, it's a 2-cost ally, 1 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. Just being 2 costs for an ally is already really good. And as a response, after he attacks and damages a confused enemy, you can draw a card. So kind of refunding his already cheap cost. I mean, it's a really good ally. With the Concussive Blow, which is a reprint. It's a 3-cost event. It's a hero action attack. If you can confuse an enemy, and if you pay for this using a physical resource, also do 3 damage to it. But the biggest thing is getting that confuse off. And then you also have Upside the Head. It's a 1-cost event. It's a hero response. After you make a basic attack and you like damage an enemy, you can confuse the enemy by playing this card after that. And if the enemies are confused, you can stun them as well. So that's going to proc all those confused that you need with the Float Like a Butterfly to get more damage off. Upside the Head is so versatile as well, because you can also stun the enemy if it is already confused. So yeah, Psylocke is definitely a really good hero pack for new players to build into Justice and make a bunch of fun Justice decks, right? These Justice cards can work, you know, Spider-Man's pre-con with his Justice deck. You can build this with Captain Marvel, with Iron Man. This works with any hero pack in the game of Marvel Champions, right? Any hero. I really like these cards here. Next, we will be taking a look at Magneto's hero pack. And yeah, I have a lot of cards listed here. So Magneto, I think it's actually one of the best hero packs for new players to buy, if not the best one. Definitely a top 3 hero pack for me. And he comes in leadership, and he comes with a bunch of amazing leadership cards that work in any deck. And you know, you guys can see here, M has the X-Men trait, so it's Kid Omega, so it's Cyclops. But you do not need to have the X-Men trait or play with X-Men allies to play these cards. So you can just build this with like an Avengers hero or like, you know, a Guardian hero, right? These cards work universally in any leadership deck, which is what I want to recommend for new players. So M is just really strong. When you play her, you can defeat a minion with less hit points remaining than M. Kid Omega, 2-cost ally with 2 thwart and 2 attack. Insane value for a 2-cost ally. He has a great effect on top of that. Cyclops is just a really powerful ally to add more damage if you want that, similar to like the Float Like a Butterfly that we talked about earlier, where you can increase the amount of damage from each attack by 1 after he enters play. Squared Off is an amazing leadership card that really powers up heroes that are reliant on minions. So like Thor comes to mind, Valkyrie comes to mind, you know, any hero that wants to get minions in play, Squared Off is gonna unleash their kit. So if like for some reason you have Thor and he's your favorite hero and you want good cards to play with him, Squared Off I think is one of the best cards, if not the best card, to match up with Thor. You also have Noble Sacrifice, and you got this as other leadership staples, and you also have Face of Past and Death Focus as great basic cards as well in Magneto's hero pack. So yeah, Magneto just has, I mean, he has everything here. So a lot of value in Magneto if you're playing leadership. So I definitely recommend him for leadership players. Next, we're going to be taking a look at Nightcrawler's hero pack here, and he is the hero pack that I recommend for protection. So he comes with also some really cool new archetypes for protection, which is Change of Fortune. It's a 1-cost upgrade. After you defeat an enemy during the villain phase, you can exhaust this card, draw 2 cards. So if you're playing a hero that has to retaliate, if you want to give your hero more ways to have retaliate or ways to do damage during the villain phase, you can proc Change of Fortune, draw 2 cards, get that economy back up. Usually you need to pay some resources to, you know, do damage during the villain phase, so you can draw it back up with Change of Fortune, and that feels really good all the time. You have a card like Come Get Me Bub, 0-cost event. As a hero action, you can mill from the counter deck until you get a minion, put it into play, engage with you, heal 3 from your identity, and give your identity a tough status card. This card right here unleashes Drax, right? So if you're a big Drax fan, this would be a really good card for you, or other minion slaying heroes like Thor as well, or Valkyrie like we talked about earlier, Rocket Raccoon even, right? Just anything that you want minions in play for. Come Get Me Bub, you know, grabs a minion from the counter deck, puts it into play for you, and then you get some benefits like you get to heal and you get a tough stats card. Nightcrawler also has some really cool protection allies as well, like North Star and Rogue. And I forgot to put it here actually, but Nightcrawler also has the Gambit ally. He is a basic ally in Nightcrawler's kit. And in my opinion, Gambit ally, he is an S tier ally. He's one of the best allies in the game of Marvel Champions. And since he is a basic card, you can include him in any deck in any aspect, right? North Star and Rogue can only be included in protection decks, but they aren't locked to X-Men heroes. So you can use them in, you know, an Avengers hero, or like with the Guardians hero, like we talked about earlier, or even like a Web Warrior hero, right? So yeah, I definitely recommend Nightcrawler's pack for protection players. And then finally, I put this one last. I'm going to get into a lot of heat for this again. I highly recommend the Deadpool hero pack. I think that it is the most high value hero pack that you can buy in Marvel Champions. I made a whole video explaining that and showcasing why the pool aspect is so good, because it is the entire aspect in one hero pack, right? So the other stuff like Captain America's hero pack where you have like good leadership cards, or Doctor Strange just hero pack where you have like good protection cards, you won't have all the protection cards in the entire game if you just buy those hero packs, right? Like we talked about earlier, if you buy Nightcrawler's hero pack, you're still going to be missing other protection cards. But if you buy Deadpool's hero pack, you have every single pool aspect card in the entire game, and the pool aspect, in my opinion, is even in terms of like power level with the other aspects. So if you're a new player, you don't have a lot of product, if you buy Deadpool's hero pack, you can just, take Deadpool out if you don't want to play him, and pair that pool aspect with another hero like, Captain Marvel or like She-Hulk, and go crazy with that. So it's pretty much every single card in the hero pack that's going to be, really good for like any deck. So I'm not going to put the whole thing here, but you guys can definitely check it out. And I do want to give a huge shout out here to one of my channel members, Ritzy Rios, who really put me on She-Hulk in the pool aspect and really made me see how high value and how amazing the pool aspect is. A lot of people hate on the pool aspect, and I really just want to recommend all you guys, please, if you do not like the pool aspect, that is fine. List your reasons why you don't like it. Let's not just say that's terrible, because there are a lot of people that I personally spoken to that have had really good experiences, newer players, playing the pool aspect. And if you, don't recommend it to them or tell them that, shaming people for buying this, I don't think that's helpful for Marvel's community. I think that you might be making other people miss out on the game. And I know I've gotten tons of hate for recommending this by older players that just don't like Deadpool and don't like, this meme type of thing, right? If you don't like memes, you don't like Deadpool, don't buy it, right? You don't have to buy it. I'm just saying from my personal perspective, what I want to recommend for new players, it's going to be the Deadpool hero pack here. Yeah, so this is my buyer's guide for the top 5 hero packs in Marvel Champions. And all these hero packs here that I'm talking about were released in the last 2 years, unlike Doctor Strange and Captain America, which were released, I think like 4 or 5 years ago and are very difficult to get now. All the ones I just recommended are very easy to get. You get them all on Amazon probably. If not Amazon, you can check your local game store, ask them to order it, and they can definitely bring it in for you, right? Because these are all the newest ones. And unfortunately, all these newest hero packs are from the last 2 years. So the last 2 years have just been X-Men waves, the mutant waves. So these are all X-Men heroes. But like I said, if you have like a straight hero pack from before, like if you have like a Star-Lord hero pack or like a Gamora hero pack or something like that, that will pair really well with any of these aspect cards from these 5 hero packs that I recommended. And if your favorite characters in Marvel are X-Men and you really want to build deeper into that X-Men archetype, right? These 5 hero packs here may not be for you. These are for universal heroes. If you are looking for X-Men specific hero packs, I definitely recommend picking up the Cyclops hero pack and the Storm hero pack. If you get those 2 hero packs, that will be pretty much the bulk of what you need for an X-Men hero to really play with Utopia and the X-Jet and just have all those powerful X-Men allies. So that would be my recommendation for any new players that want to build deeper into X-Men. And as for expansion packs, I definitely recommend Next Evolution. I think that this is one of the best standalone expansions because it comes with player side schemes. So player side schemes are so powerful, like build support and superpower training. You can include this in any deck, and it's a great way to help you tutor cards from your deck and get them into play, even if you don't draw into them with those player side schemes, right? So I definitely recommend that box, and that's also a box that came in the last 2 years. So yeah, hopefully this helps new players, and hopefully this gives you guys a better direction of what to buy, since all the older stuff is out of print. If anyone has their own recommendations, please let me know down in the comments so all the newer players can see, and we can just be a great community and help all the new players fill out their collection, still feel like they have really good aspect cards to pair with their favorite heroes. So yeah, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. I hope this video helped, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.